some really big artists and then also up-and-comers.
Yeah.
So what is that process like when you're...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Here we are with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel Shaquille O'Neal, Ernie Johnson. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Cavaliers out in Cleveland. This Cleveland group has been getting things done. It's been a very successful first half of the season for them. When the opportunity to win a ball game has been there for them, they have grabbed it over and over. Well, another game with DJ on the court, and the odds are that we'll be seeing another double-double. That's just par for the course for him lately.
Double-doubles are easy for DJ. You know, and some guys can only impact the game one way. He can impact the game multiple ways, but don't forget about his leadership, Shaq. Don't forget about that.
And, you know, it's easy to make your team better when the ball is in your hands. But great players make their teams better when they don't have the ball. And this kid reminds me of Cedric Ceballos.
Wow.
You don't have to call a play for him, and he can get buckets.
Wow. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan at Lake Havasu.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hey, what's up, Judge?
What's up,
hey,
Jamie?
I appreciate you cleaning out my locker, man.
Cleanest locker in the NBA.
You're a beast. None like you, man. I'm telling you. Oh, man, what's up, bro?
What
There
up,
you
Shane?
are. Hey, man, look, I've been thinking. You know I've been around a minute, right?
You've been here longer than a minute, bro.
Oh, man, not that long. But look, I've played against Rookie of the Year caliber
Hey,
guys.
Shane,
Yes, Coach.
Did you get my email?
Oh, yeah, I got it, but, man, I'm kind of busy that day, Coach. I'm sorry, man.
I know you're not bailing out on me, Shammy.
It's not that I'm bailing. I just had a doctor's appointment, and I forgot about it.
So we're making excuses. Is that what it is?
No, Coach, no excuse.
So when you ask for more game time, I guess I'm going to have something else to do, too.
Oh, hold up. Wait.
Now we're interested.
Wait. Hold up, man. I'm going to be there. Matter of fact, I'm going to bring my mac and cheese.
That's
right?
what I'm talking about, because LeBron
you,
is bringing his potato salad. Steph's going to bring his curry chicken. It's going to be on and popping.
I'll be there, too, Coach, on the ones and twos.
Hey, and I got them favorite deviled eggs for you, too. It's going to be good. Coach, I can come, too, right?
Hey, but look, man, what I was saying is, if you keep balling the way you've been balling, and you sprinkle on what you've been doing in practice, you're going to be major, man.
You think so,
I'm telling you, man. Look, you my rookie for a reason, all right?
That's the plan, bro.
Yes, sir.
We've got basketball action at Quicken Loans Arena in downtown Cleveland, Ohio.
the home of the Cavaliers, live on 2K Sports. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. With Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. David, we are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, look, the return of LeBron James to Cleveland has become one of the best redemptive stories of the last decade. He clearly wasn't just great on the court. The roster and the coaching staff have been shaped by his hand as well. Now, LeBron said, I know what personnel works for my game. I knew what we needed, and I think our GM and our coaching staff have done a great job of fulfilling that. Guys?
Thanks, DA, and it's crucial that Cleveland keeps LeBron happy. One of the greatest players to ever play the game. And Doris, the old adage, defense wins championships in a star-studded, points-driven league. You think that adage still holds true today?
Kevin, there's absolutely no question you cannot win a championship without high-level defense, and I would say this to you. Think about Cleveland's win with LeBron James. In the final 4 games of that series, they held Golden State to under 40% shooting. That's how they overcame that historic 3-1 deficit. Defense wins, period.
Well said. And it's the Cavaliers to start out. Look at the 76ers starting group. The young stars, Simmons and Embiid at the 4 and 5. Fultz is out there with Bellinelli. And it's Covington in at the small forward. LeBron passes to A-Train. Just 5 to shoot. James kicks to Clarkson. Over Fultz. Outside Korver. Pass to Clarkson. Floats it up for James.
I'll tell you, he takes the window of opportunity and delivers a nice pass into the post.
Now here's Fultz. Dishes to Simmons. There's a screen. Embiid the screen. Off the pick. And that one's good. Simmons.
Nice use of the mid-range J by Simmons, taking whatever the defense gives him out there.
Korver passes to A-Train. On the way, Korver. 9 points last game out. Fultz with the ball. Bellinelli for 3. And James pulls it down. And it's Korver off the drive. All sorts of time. It falls, and 2 points from A-Train.
Boy, Kev, how about the recognition of Kyle Korver? Puts the pass on time and on target. Makes it an easy opportunity for his teammate.
Simmons dishes to Embiid. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Clarkson. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. It's stolen by Fultz. And here we go. Fultz heading to the basket. That gives them the lead.
And it's easy to see that Fultz is a nightmare in transition. A gear-shifting point guard who can slice and dice any D in the open floor.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Passes it to Bellinelli. There's the double team with Korver. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Embiid, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
They set the pick. James kicks to Clarkson. Floats it up for James. Hands of the ball is out of bounds. Clarkson touched it last. Most of the season completed. A good picture developing as to the top rookies in the league. So let's take a look now at the race for Rookie of the Year. You take a look at the A-Train all season long. He has proven again and again that he is the cream of the crop. He's in the top spot right now, and the hardware could be his.
And there's no more deserving candidate. Any other outcome than him lifting that Rookie of the Year trophy, and I'd be shocked.
It's got to be him, Greg. In a season where we have a ton of worthy candidates, he has been the most outstanding by far.
Fultz kicks to Simmons. The pass to Fultz. And stolen by Love. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Korver with the ball. Pass to A-Train. The dish to LeBron. There's the pick. Outside Korver. Cleveland moving the ball around. So they take the lead. Love's got his first 3 points of the game.
How good is King James at spreading the floor, involving everyone on the offensive end?
Embiid with the screen on Clarkson. James against Covington. Embiid the screen. No one near Fultz as he lets it go. The 76ers again can't hit it.
And rarely do you see a team trade out of the first overall pick, but that's exactly what the Celtics did with Fultz. Sixers jumped on the chance to move up, and Fultz matched exactly what they wanted to add to this team.
And don't forget about the long reach that Simmons possesses. And he uses it exceptionally well on defense to come away with blocks like that.
Fultz the pass to Bellinelli. Embiid the screen. Pulls up on the wing. Rebounded by A-Train. A-Train's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And you know, Greg, for the trade, it wasn't so much a critique of Fultz.
You know, Boston had a playmaker already, and they might not have taken Fultz if they stayed in the #1 spot. And listen, the Sixers were in desperate need of a lead guard, and they got a franchise caliber one in Fultz.
The 76ers trailed by 3. Outside, Simmons. To the inside. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by Simmons. Embiid's got his second bucket of the night.
Just an amazing feel for the game. Simmons is so gifted at reading the floor.
Passes it to A-Train. And here's Clarkson. 9-point game his last outing. LeBron outside. Just 4 to shoot. Here's over Covington. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Embiid the screen. Covington dishes to Simmons. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
And what skill from Simmons. A total genius at reading the defense and exploiting them in the paint.
Now Clarkson, he's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. James with the bucket. Now here's Fultz. It's Covington on the wing. Feeds it to Embiid. Covington's shot is off. Cleveland's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
Guys, just pure strength from Kevin Love. The defense just not good enough.
And Doris, coming into the NBA, Love's game was centered around the basket, a double-double machine.
Well, think about this, Kev. One of 5 players in the last 3 decades to average over 15 rebounds for an entire season. He did that in 2011. And he still remains a factor on the boards because he's got terrific understanding of positioning and great lower body strength.
Hill with it. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Here's A-Train. He's guarded by Johnson. Out to the right wing. 5 on the clock. Here's Wells. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Fought extremely hard to win that game. They were exhausted, you could tell, but you could see what that win meant to them at the end of overtime.
And Redick gets to Saric. Again, the miss by Saric. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Wells trains it from beyond the arc. Wells has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Can't let Wells get space from anywhere, even from way beyond. This guy's a threat to score.
Here's Fultz. No good again that time.
boy, the defense gets into his head and alters his release when he really doesn't have to.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Floats one, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. Nancy's checked in for the Cavaliers. And Philadelphia also making a switch. T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Fultz. McConnell kicks to Reddick. Offline with his three.
Well, he's so used to having a hand in his face, and I think it caught him off guard to be that wide open.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. Doris, we have so many bigs that are playmakers, even though their position doesn't say they really should fall in that category. But we do have a lot of guys that can pass, that have size, and operate down low. Who, in your opinion, tend to be some of those names under the radar?
Well, I go to Marc Gasol, who is an all-star center in the NBA. But what his value is, he's increasingly become comfortable with a guy who they want to take 15 to 20 shots a game. But the beauty of Marc Gasol is the unselfish nature of his game. You can stick Marc at the elbow, enter the ball through him, and you know something good is going to happen. He's going to make the right pass. He's going to lead to the pass that leads to the pass that leads to the score, or he can get his own offense. I think for me, maybe the under-radar guy in terms of playmaking have to be Marc Gasol.
And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for Philadelphia.
And they really based almost their entire offense around the 3-point shot. Spread the floor, space the defense, and if the deep shots aren't falling, at least it should open things up inside.
McConnell kicks to Covington. Johnson the screen. Covington with it. Now Green defending. Clock at 6. And there's the pass to A-Train. Here's Nance. Johnson with the block.
Well, twice on the pipes, and that's all about the effort from Amir Johnson to come up with that block.
Was shot by Reddick. No good.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
And the jam by Larry Nance.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how they built this lead. They played as one, shared the basketball, running their offense to perfection.
Here's Johnson. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Now, here's McConnell. He's tightly guarded. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Amazing how he gets this one to go. Size doesn't matter.
What fearlessness, right? He likes to go at taller defenders, and he shows he has what it takes to get it done.
Here's A-Train. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And here is a group of young guys that know how to play some tough D in the paint. Here are the leading rookie shot blockers in the second half of the season. We take a look at the A-Train. Here's inside defender. Tops in the NBA in blocks.
I tell you, he's picked a lot of opponents' tendencies as the year has gone on and has put that knowledge to work defensively.
And the 76ers making a change here. Booker's checked in. All free throws good from A-Train.
Well, last season, LeBron very outspoken, saying the Cavs were too top-heavy. The Irving trade has brought them some much-needed depth.
Kicks it to Reddick. Covington against Green. There's the feed to Booker. Nance with some nice D.
And you talk about the depth for the Cavs. Crucial when facing a team like the Golden State Warriors. If everything comes together, I think there's a chance their trade with Boston might give them a better shot at winning it all.
The 76ers trail by 15. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Covington kicks to McConnell. Over Nance. That one wide left.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Here's Wells. No good on the triple.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's McConnell. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Here's McConnell. Johnson the screen. Booker with the screen for Covington. 5 on the clock.
Really having a difficult time getting anything to fall.
Nance with some nice D. Hill passes to Wells. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Wells has got a couple of threes now in the first with the Cavs. The 76ers trailed by 18. And here's McConnell. Johnson the screen. McConnell kicks to Covington. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Yeah, coming off that screen, wide open, just can't convert.
I think, Greg, that's exactly what you want. The screen was solid. The execution just fell a little bit short on the shot.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Cavaliers on top. They lead by 18. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. And we caught up with DJ to ask him about his feelings about the Rookie of the Year award.
I wouldn't say that that's necessarily something that I'm striving for. I think my main focus is to help the team win games and to become the best player that I could be. If winning Rookie of the Year is in the cards for me, then great. But I really hope that it's just an appetizer to bigger and better success for the team.
And as nice as the Rookie of the Year award would be, DJ has much bigger aspiration. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Simmons, Joel Embiid out there with Sharks. And there's Fultz, and it's Bellinelli in at the 2-guard spot. Outside, Simmons. Embiid the screen. Shot from free throw range. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And that's now 6 points for Ben Simmons.
And when you don't respect Simmons' jumper, he'll hurt you with it. So smooth coming off his fingertip.
Clarkson kicks to James. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
I think they'll keep going to him more and more as they look to hang on to their lead. Why not with the way this guy is shooting it?
You know what's remarkable to me is how durable and how consistently great LeBron has been. It almost appears to me, guys, he's superhuman. You expect at some point age will start to take its toll, but he's done an amazing job of using his body and keeping it right.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, A-Train in the last game against the Nets played superb basketball. He finished with 30 points and was his usual dominant self on the glass. It's rare to see any player put up numbers like that. It's likely a game he'll always remember. Kevin?
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
Well, you do wonder, though, Greg, does he still have some of the adrenaline going from that performance? No matter how tired he is, he should have plenty of energy coming off that.
And LeBron is at an age where you usually see players in the downslope of their careers.
Well, certainly, Kevin, this guy, when you factor in playoffs and international play, there's a lot of miles on that body. You combine that with the fact that he's top 6 all-time in minutes, it's incredible how successful he's been. Remember, this guy takes extraordinary care of his body.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one on Embiid. The Cavaliers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
And both free throws good for Clarkson.
And how about the 46th pick back in the 14 draft? Jordan Clarkson has certainly exceeded expectations thus far in his career. An athletic combo guard, he's really succeeded playing at both the 1 and 2. They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. And Simmons kicks to Bellinelli. Wants to get it to Simmons and does. Misses from close range. And Greg, Jordan Clarkson, he has an offensive game, doesn't he?
He's able to shoot with range, and he can attack off the bounce as well. I think that enables him to kind of play on or off the ball. And I think he has a chance to be a really good two-way player in our league.
Pass to Bellinelli. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. And stolen by James. And finished off by LeBron.
And guys, you can feel the electricity in the air when LeBron gets the ball. He is grooving right now.
Embiid the screen. And it's Simmons penetrating. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Boy, the score would look a lot different if his teammates could have had the kind of night he's had.
So far in the game, he's 0 of 2 at the line.
And Ben Simmons, who was the first pick in 2016 out of LSU, probably the most heralded player to come out of that school since the great Shaquille O'Neal. And I tell you what, Simmons has drawn some comparisons to some other greats, most notably LeBron James and Magic Johnson.
Embiid dishes to Bellinelli. And he feeds it to Simmons. Screen by Sharge. Sharge. Cavaliers with the rebound. Love's got 5 rebounds tonight.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And Greg, the Sixers want to ease him into it, but they see Ben Simmons not just as a point forward, but a point guard as well.
And he's got all the ability. Think about this. The Sixers haven't had a player 6'10 or taller average over 3 assists since Wilt Chamberlain back in 1967. The second they drafted Simmons, you knew that would change.
A step back shot here. Jump shot is good that time. And that's 18 points for LeBron.
Ooh, with a player this hot, I don't see their lead going anywhere.
Al Simmons, 26 points for him last game against the Heat in Miami. Here's Bellinelli. James covering. Clock at 4. From deep three-point range, a shot by Bellinelli. No good. The Cavaliers leading by 22, and he makes that one. James has got 20.
I'd say when LeBron is working near the rim, his strength becomes readily apparent.
We've got 1:23 left in the first half of basketball. Embiid the screen. Sharge passes to Simmons. Back to Sharge for 3. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 4th assist in this one.
Obviously, he's not the top priority for the defense in those situations. It results in an open 3.
James, no good. The 76ers trail by 21. And Simmons kicks to Sharge. Great D that time from A-Train.
Affecting the shot in a big way there. Excellent defense.
Well, you talk about get out of the way.
And there's no question that James is one of the best dunkers ever. A forceful finisher who loves showing off his athleticism.
Dishes it to Bellinelli. They set the pick. Screen by Sharge. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Harry Nance is checked in for Love. Green comes in for James. Smith checked in for Kyle Korver. And George Hill's subbed in for Jordan Clarkson. Robert Covington's checked in for the 76ers. Hill dishes to Nance. Smith kicks to Hill. Outside, Green for the 3. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Cleveland. And of everything he's doing well, it's his scoring that you point to first.
Hey, Kevin, fast start. Already have a double-double in the first half. So do you think the defense is going to start to focus on you more in the second?
No.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
You know, I think, Greg, they never settled for the first look. It was always about, let's get the best shot possible. Really good judgment on the offensive end.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the deadly forward pair. Kyle Korver is out there with Jordan Clarkson, and it's A-Train in at the 5. And he dishes it to Clarkson. Fires the 3. That one misses. And the 76ers go the other way with it. The Cavaliers beat them last time when these two teams met in Cleveland.
And that can happen on the road. You can get a little bit tight, and often it really shows itself at the free throw line.
It certainly appeared that they let the crowd get to them a little bit. Looked like they were rushing their foul shots, and that can't happen. You've got to lock in.
The Cavs' Tyronn Lue said he never envisioned coaching during his playing career, but Doc Rivers saw something in him.
Well, Doc likes to say that Ty just had a way of bringing people together, a way of connecting. At the same time, Lue is tough enough to speak the truth and point out things that others might be reluctant to say.
And LeBron James last season playing in his 7th consecutive NBA Finals door as a streak only surpassed by the great Bill Russell.
And for context, Kevin, remember in the 60s when Bill Russell played, the finals were just the second round. What LeBron is doing is so much harder. To think that in 12 postseasons he has been to the finals 8 times, nothing short of astounding.
Here's Covington, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. This is his first free throw of the game.
And all you need to do is see his free throw percentage, guys. 90 for the season to know what kind of year he's having.
There are some players, no matter how hard they try, can't make free throws in games. You spent a lot of your playing time at the line, playing guard for Providence. Why do you think this mental block is there for some players?
It's amazing the power of the mind relative to sports performance, right, Kevin?
Yes.
Because I do believe very often this can be much more about the mental than the physical side of it. Think back to Shaquille O'Neal, Dwight Howard, guys who are physically massive, and they say the size of their hand impacts their ability to shoot it. But to me, there is no question about it that sometimes it's just you're afraid. It's like the yips in golf. You just can't figure it out. And it becomes a scary place to be, standing alone on the free throw line.
Good comparison. And let's look at the last handful of seasons and the steal numbers for LeBron.
And when you see the tumble his steal totals have taken the last few years, you can see that he's gotten away from playing the kind of gritty, hard-nosed D he was known for. That's an aspect of his game he needs to get back.
LeBron James is consistent enough at the line where he'll make you pay most times if you're going to send him there.
Simmons passes to Fultz. Back to Simmons. And that's collected by Love. Love's got 8 rebounds in this game. And here's Korver from the arc. Sinks the triple. Korver's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Yeah, you got to chase Korver off that three-point line. When he's in that comfort zone, expect him to knock it down.
Fultz kicks to Simmons. Embiid the screen. Off the screen. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 5 assists tonight.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to A-Train. From the top of the key, he buries it. A-Train's got 12 points in the game.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
You can tell they've got their foot on the gas pedal right now. No slowing down. The defense starting to look helpless.
And Philadelphia calls time here. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
And he has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit his touches in the interior.
Wells, he's checked in for Kyle Korver. And Philadelphia also making a switch. J.J. Redick's checked in for Bellinelli. Covington with the bucket. Covington's got 4 this quarter. Cleveland leading by 20. The dish now to Clarkson. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's A-Train, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Embiid the screen. Shoots from 12. But they get it back. Now here's Fultz. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. James against Covington. Embiid sets the pick for Covington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one a little long. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they won their last contest, that game against Brooklyn.
And guys, they just got so many good looks in that one, and the defense never able to affect their offensive rhythm.
Well, I think the defense from the other team was simply porous. There's no other way to put it. So many openings, and they made them pay for it.
Embiid the screen. Fultz with the ball. Picked up by Love.
I'll tell you, his inconsistency not helping their cause at all.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Imagine LeBron gets a step on you. It must be like a steam engine coming at you to the rim. All you can do is foul him.
The Cavaliers have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. Free throw good, James.
And really, few teams in NBA history have undertaken the sort of extreme makeover the Sixers did over the last 4 years, and a lot of losing along the way, but the fans have been surprisingly supportive of the rebuilding process.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. No good off the back of the rim. Cleveland's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Wells with it. He has 6. And Thompson kicks to Clarkson. Cleveland moving the ball around. Here's the screen. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And before the rebuild, the Sixers for a long time were stuck in mediocrity. Treading water, Greg, as they might say.
Yeah, and it's hard to make that leap without top draft picks. And the Sixers plumbed the depths, if you will. And now, though, I think they found their treasure trove. And like how alert Wells is on the floor. High motor, guy who knows when one of his guys is open.
Covington kicks to McConnell. Back to Covington. Over James. Covington's shot is off.
I'd say that's been the story of this guy's night. He can't get anything to fall.
Inside, Clarkson. Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
Thompson, he has such a low, wide base. He is near impossible to fully box out.
Thompson's gone 3 of 5, shooting from the floor. Outside, Redick. Booker against Thompson. Booker dishes to Covington. And Redick kicks to Booker. Will it go? Covington's shot is off.
Well, they get it to the high percentage area, and then it all goes wrong from there.
And James gets it to go. James has got 6 here in this quarter.
Who attracts more defensive attention than LeBron James? My goodness, inside, so hard to guard.
And Redick kicks to Johnson. From 16 feet away, he cans it. Johnson's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
The defense getting a little lazy there. You can't give him those shots. He'll make you pay every time.
Thompson outside. Passes it to A-Train. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And that's now 17 points for A-Train. McConnell passes to Redick. He kicks it to Covington. Inside. And it's blocked. Here's Wells. He has 6. And stolen by Redick. And the pass to McConnell. Johnson the screen. From 12 feet out. Here's Booker. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And a chance here to see our rookie watch. The biggest point-producing freshman over the last 10 games. You take a look at the A-Train, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player. And, of course, Ben Simmons.
It's exciting to see 2 young fellas start to figure it out and determine how to assert themselves offensively.
And one of those lunch pail players. You love him, Greg. Trevor Booker out of Clemson.
Just hard-nosed, gets on the glass, and although only 6'8", he gets off his feet quickly. A terrific leaper and just one of those ultra-competitive guys.
Smith with a screen on Johnson. Here's Nance. It's stolen by Sharks. Booker outside. Pass to McConnell. Screen by Sharch. Lets a floater go. Green left side. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against Philadelphia.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
Of course, they say that one of the toughest things about calling a game is balancing pure basketball knowledge with entertainment. What's your approach with that topic?
Do you know that was the last piece of broadcasting that I think fell into place for me? For a long time, I felt like I was proving myself, Kevin, so I didn't relax and enjoy it. But my son one time said to me, when we were watching a game, he said, Mom, you have to understand when the announcers are having fun, we're having fun.
Chemistry is such a big part of it, isn't it?
Crucial.
Outside, Redick. Screen by Sharch. Redick dishes to Johnson. And Booker kicks to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. A baseline J. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Johnson's got 6 points.
Well, good thing he hit the weight room because Amir Johnson exerting his strength to come up with these second chance opportunities.
Redick against Smith. Pass to A-Train. And there's the 3-second violation.
A moment here to see some numbers for A-Train. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. First in scoring, first in rebounding, and of course, he's the #1 shot blocker in the league. Just an imposing presence inside.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. #1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Johnson the screen. Now, here's McConnell, covered by Smith. Again, Philadelphia. We've got 1:48 left to play here in the third. Hill passes to Nance. It's back to Hill. Green, the screen. Pass to A-Train. Second shot opportunity. They kick it out to Green. Here's A-Train. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. And that's now 20 points for A-Train.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
McConnell kicks to Reddick. Johnson the screen. We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter. Out to the wing. 5 to shoot. Here's McConnell. Cavaliers with the rebound. Nance has got 6 rebounds now in the game. The drive by Green, and it's Green with the jam.
And you really can't forget about Green's speed. So effective on the drive.
Here's McConnell. He has 6. Outside, Reddick. Here's Bellinelli, guarded by Green. Johnson the screen. McConnell passes to Šarić. Shot from 16. And that one, good. Šarić has got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, the turnaround jumper. That was just beautiful.
Here's Hill. He has 7. The shot and game clock separated by 4. A-Train, the pass to Smith. Here's A-Train. He's guarded by Johnson. Clock at 6. Nance a screen. Smith. And the Cavaliers get another bucket right there.
Boy, J.R. Smith can just be deadly coming off a screen like that, guys.
Here's McConnell. Off target with that shot. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Cavaliers on top, delivering the blowout. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. And the 76ers with a completely new group now. Philadelphia's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Philadelphia, the incredible Simmons and Embiid down low. Fultz is out there with J.J. Redick, and it's Bellinelli in at the 3 slot. And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it. The fast break chance.
And, guys, you have to be careful in how you guard Smith. He's so good at drawing contact.
He throw good, Smith.
Well, I'll tell you, for a long time, the reputation of J.R. Smith, not ideal. But, a little bit of poor decision-making, unfocused defensively. He's really matured. He's gotten better on and off the court.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Amir Johnson's checked in for Joel Embiid. Trevor Booker comes in for Simmons. And it's T.J. McConnell in for J.J. Redick. That free throw missing. And J.R. Smith, a natural offensive. But Doris's defense has come a long way, too.
Amazing what winning titles can do. You start to appreciate what it takes to be successful. And you go back to his offense, though. A very good three-point shooter, even under great defensive pressure.
Johnson inside. Feeds it to Bellinelli. Kicks to Fultz. Johnson the screen. And here's McConnell. Booker is screen on Thompson. Here's McConnell. Another miss by Philadelphia.
I'll tell you, he's had a tough night. And if you're going to shake out of a slump, he is not going to do it with those kinds of shots.
Here's A-Train. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Markelle Fultz.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Doors with the players being so athletic and the plays happening so incredibly fast, the league is looking at maybe 4 or 5 officials. Would that just be more whistles or better officiating?
I'm glad you're chuckling about this because I don't know how the geometry of this works.
Thank you.
As it is, sometimes the size of the players seems to swallow up dimensions of the floor. Kevin, one of the things that Steve Kerr once said to me was, we are trying to make officiating a science, when in fact officiating is an art, and sometimes mistakes is part of the human dynamic. Can we leave the officials alone, please?
And I think if they're over 90% correct, which is, I think, even low in terms of success in them calling a game, that is phenomenal. And the analytics, as you know, Doris, coming from the league office, is off the charts. They've never been more detail-oriented.
Correct. The NBA officials are the best in the world. Are they perfect? No. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. Let's just play on.
Philadelphia's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Got that bucket in no time at all. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter. Cleveland's gotten off 4 three-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Cavaliers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And this will be their 3rd win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for A-Train.
Well, you couldn't help but notice how well this guy protected the rim. There was an intimidation factor thanks to his defense. No easy shots in his neighborhood tonight.
It's back to Hill. Timeout called, Cleveland. They're leading by 35. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Tristan Thompson in the middle, of player Greg, who understands his role.
He just plays hard and does the little things. Defense, rebounding, energy. When he's blocking shots and protecting the rim, he is one of the best bigs in our league.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, A-Train.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
He's played up to his full potential tonight, and he's been playing to the crowd, too. He loves being the star attraction, even if it doesn't happen on a regular basis. Smith dishes to Wells. There's the feed to Thompson. Here's A-Train. He's guarded by Johnson. 6 to shoot. Here's A-Train, and that's good off the glass that time.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Yeah, it really was. They wanted this home win badly, and they went out and took it.
Now Fultz takes the 3 offline. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in.
It felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Another double-double for you this year, points and rebounds. Now, is that something you're looking to do when you go out there?
All right, David, thank you.
Boo-boo! Did you see that performance? My man Deej was lights out, but of course yours truly was a defensive monster.
You on point tonight.
Y'all both were balling. But you know who lost, right? Yeah. So that whole playoff picture is beginning to look a lot clearer.
Oh, they lost?
They lost. So y'all keep balling like that, and I'm not gonna have to work my summer job.
You ain't got no summer job, boo.
I'm serious, guys. Please don't revoke my summer job.
Boo-boo, we got you, man. We got you. We going to the playoffs, baby. Don't worry about it. We're working full time, man.
I'm going to hold you to that.
All right. You can hold me, too.
All right, boo-boo, man.
Ow, that dude held me hard.
Man, I'm telling you, dangerous. Squeeze hand hard, huh?
We out for the season.